that you try to bend and break. I used to check the shadows and I used to check the phone, scared of the silence of standing here alone. But the heavy air is clearing and the walls are standing tall. I'm no longer waiting for the other shoe to fall. I've tucked in the memories of the man you used to be, and built a new sanctuary for the rest of me. And I'm finally safe in myself, steady and whole, taking back the keys to the kingdom of my soul. No more leaning on a ghost, no more begging for the light. I'm my own guardian in the middle of the night. It's a quiet kind of victory, a sober kind of well, to be the one who saves me, finally safe in myself. I scrubbed out the echoes of your bitter-hearted words, reclaiming the music that the silence never heard. The closet's full of daylight and the mirror's finally clear, showing me a version of myself without the mask of fear. I don't check the driveway for a sign or for a glow. I'm growing in the spaces where you wouldn't let me go. I'm planting my own garden in the solid holy ground, where the peace of mind is the only thing I find. The devil's just a symbol, the walls are just for show. The real security is letting all the waters go. I'm the foundation and the ceiling, I'm the shelter and the key, finally protected by the strength inside of me. Yeah, I'm finally safe in myself, steady and whole, taking back the keys to the kingdom of my soul. No more leaning on a ghost, no more begging for the light. I'm my own guardian in the middle of the night. It's a quiet kind of victory, a sober kind of well, to be the one who saves me, finally safe in myself. Deep breath, lights out, the storm is gone, still here at dawn, safe at last, within, last within, safe in myself. Safe in myself. There is a swing set rusted in the back of my mind, holding on to memories I was forced to leave behind. I learned to read the room before I learned to read a book, spotting every storm cloud in a single heavy look, while other kids were chasing ghosts and laughing in the sun. I was mapping exit routes and learning how to run. The innocence was traded for a suit of iron mail, in a house where safety always felt too thin and frail. And I'm the child that time forgot, tied in a tangle in a bitter heart at night, waiting at a window that was never meant to open, for words of gold that were never really spoken. I'm a man with ancient eyes and a spirit made of glass, watching all the childhood wonders fade and pass, lost in the attic of a soul that's burning hot, just a child that time forgot. You left the toys in boxes and you left the lights on dim, demanding that I sink so that you could learn to swim. I was designated guardian, a sentinel of grief, finding chaos, no moment of relief. Now I'm buying back the years, $1 at a time, trying to find the rhythm and the reason for the rhyme. But the closet's full of shadows and the drawers are full of dust, polishing the armor that finally turned to rust. I wanna scream at the clocks and make the gears just reverse, to break the heavy cycle and lift the family curse. But I'm standing in the present with a heart that's learned to heal, learning how to listen to the way I finally feel. Yeah, I'm the child that time forgot, tied in a tangle in a bitter-hearted knot, waiting at a window that was never meant to open, for words of gold that were never really spoken. I'm a man with ancient eyes and a spirit made of glass, watching all the childhood wonders fade and pass, lost in the attic of a soul that's burning hot, just a child that time forgot. Clock's ticking, sun setting, I'm forgiving, I'm forgetting. Sleep now, little one, the war is finally done. The child, the morning light is hitting the empty side of the bed. No more echoes of the bitter things we once said. I made the coffee for one, and I didn't even shake. Learning how to live with a manageable lake. I used to check the driveway till my eyes began to burn, waiting for a shadow that never would return. But today I tied my laces and I locked the front door, finding back the person I wasn't anymore. And it's the quiet triumph of surviving, breath by breath, finally arriving. It's not a shout from the mountain or a flag in the wind, just the soft steady place where new lives begin. No fireworks booming, no orchestras roar, just the sound of a heartbeat, not scared anymore. It's a lonely kind of victory, bittersweet and thriving, the quiet triumph of surviving. I unpacked the boxes where I buried all my pride, and open up the windows that you kept shut inside. I don't need your apology to finish up the man. I'm the architect of healing and the author of the end. I bought some fresh flowers for the table in the hall, and hung a different picture on the parlor wall. The silence used to taunt me, but now it's just a friend, guarding all the borders that I no longer bend. It's washing the dishes, it's sweeping the floor, it's deciding that us won't define me anymore. It's the bravery of staying when everything feels thin, and finding the courage to let the light in. Yeah, it's the quiet triumph of surviving, breath by breath, finally arriving. It's not a shout Just a soft, steady place where new lives begin. Oh, fireworks blooming, no orchestras roar. Just the sound of a heartbeat, not scared anymore. Sunlight, quiet room, no ghost, no gloom. Just surviving, that's enough. Quietly. I'm standing in the foyer where the wallpaper's peeling, trying to numb out this hollowed out feeling. The welcome mat is faded and caked with the dust, just like the promises that rotted to rust. I used to listen for the engine rumble the drive, thinking your presence was the reason I'm alive. But the keys are on the counter and the closet is bare. I'm breathing in the molecules of nothing air, and I'm looking for the life beyond the front door, learning how to be what I wasn't before. Past the hinges that creak and the steps that are cold, away from the stories that never got told. One heavy-hearted step into the unknown, building a kingdom on a solid foundation alone. I'm leaving the wreckage on the kitchen floor and finding the courage beyond the front door. The porch light is flickering, a dying little hum, waiting for a morning that refuses to come. I check the deadbolt, but the safety's a lie. It doesn't stop the memory of your slow goodbye. I used to stay inside the borders of everything you said, tucking in the what ifs in a haunted up bed. But the sun's hitting the pavement and the sky is white and blue, and I'm finally realizing that I'm braver than you. It's just a piece of wood painted white and gray, but it held me a prisoner in a lonely way. I'm turning the handle, I'm breaking the spell, saying my goodbyes to this well-kept hell. Yeah, I'm looking for the life beyond the front door, learning how to be what I wasn't before. Past the hinges that creak and the steps that are cold, away from the stories that never got told. One heavy-hearted step into the unknown, building a kingdom on a solid foundation alone. Handle turns, threshold crossed, finding back the person that I thought was lost. The street is wide, I'm stepping outside, beyond the front door. I'm standing in the kitchen where the morning light feels cold, touching empty spaces that the shadows used to hold. There's no angry letter and there's no shattered glass, just the heavy silence of the years we let pass. I used to curse the nothing, used to scream at the air, begging for a reason why you weren't really there. But the bitterness is leaking from my tired out chest, and I'm finally laying all the what ifs to rest. And I'm forgiving the void, letting go of the ghost, the version of you that I miss the most. It's a hollow kind of mercy, a quiet kind of peace, giving the absence a permanent release. I'm washing the window just to see the sky, blessing the nothing of our long drawn goodbye. Unconditional, undestroyed. I'm forgiving the void. The closet's full of echoes where nothingness resides, a sanctuary for the secrets that everyone hides. I learned to be a tenant in a house made of mist, fighting for a heartbeat that never did exist. But there's grace in the hollow and there's light in the gap, falling out of love like a bird from a trap. I don't need your apology to mend the design. I'm reclaiming the vacuum and making it mine. The space between the stars isn't empty at all, it's the energy holding the spirit before it can fall. I'm making a home in the quiet today, watching the phantom of you drift away. I'm forgiving the void, letting go of the ghost, the version of you that I miss the most. It's a hollow kind of mercy, a quiet kind of peace, giving the absence a permanent release. I'm washing the window just to see the sky, blessing the nothing of a long drawn goodbye. Breathe in and breathe out. The void is bright. The void is right. Forgiven the void. I unpacked the boxes in a hallway full of hollow air, looking for the footsteps that were never really there. I used to sign my letters with a hand that leaned on yours, seeking out my safety behind your heavy doors. But the ink has finally dried upon the version of the truth, the one where you were everything and I was just the youth. I'm scrubbing at the surface of the man I used to be, until there's nothing left of us, just the me. And I'm carving out the name I built alone, chiseled in the silence, etched into the bone. No more hyphenated spirits, no more borrowed light. I'm finding my own gravity in the middle of the night. It's a heavy kind of honor, it's a sober kind of pride, to stand inside the person that I used to try and hide. messages and clear the digital cache. Watching all the memories finally turn to ash. I don't check the driveway for a shadow or a glow. I'm learning how to flourish in the absence of your show. Every word I speak is sharper and every breath is mine, reclaiming every second of uninterrupted time. I'm the sentinel and subject, I'm the witness and the judge. I found the solid foundation that won't begin to budge. They say a name is nothing but a sound upon the air, but this one holds the weight of every prayer and every care. It doesn't need a witness and it doesn't need a hand. It's growing like a redwood in a broken, lonely land. Yeah, I'm carving out the name I built alone, chiseled in the silence, etched into the bone. No more hyphenated spirits, no more borrowed light. I'm finding my own gravity in the middle of the night. It's a heavy kind of honor, it's a sober kind of pride, to stand inside the person that I used to try and hide. Spill it out, say it loud. A name for me, finally free. The name built alone. I'm standing in the rubble of a forever that we built, sifting through the shards of trust and heavy-handed guilt. I used to leave the windows open, used to leave the latch, thinking you were safe enough to never strike a match. But the wind is turning bitter and the night is getting thin. I'm finding all the places where the cold keeps getting in. I'm stacking up the lessons like they're blocks of solid stone, learning how to be the king of everything I own. And I'm building my own walls, brick by heavy brick, closing up the hollow space where the lies are laid on thick. No more letting shadows in, no more vulnerable parts. I'm becoming the architect of fortified hearts. It's a quiet kind of masonry, it's a lonely kind of design, but I'm drawing back the borders on the things I claim as mine. One bucket of mortar, one scar at a time, building my own walls. I'm boarding up the memories and I'm taping up the glass, watching all the ghosts of us as they finally fade and pass. I mix the sand with sorrow and I mix the clay with pride, forging a sanctuary where I'm safe to be inside. You can knock upon the surface, you can shout into the wind, but the unconditional surrender never a quiet kind of masonry. It's a lonely kind of design, but I'm drawing back the borders on the things I claim as mine. Mortar stone, I'm home alone. The gate is locked, the fear is stone. Building my own walls. I'm sitting in the faded velvet chair you bought, tangled in the wires of every ghostly thought. I used to think that distance was a feel-good design, but I'm learning how it feels when your heart's no longer mine. You didn't leave a note to slam a heavy door. You just slipped away like water through the cracks within the floor. Now the silence is a presence that I cannot disavow. I'm breathing in the nothing of the here and of the now. And it's an unconditional loneliness, steady and deep. A promise made of shadows that I'm forced to go and keep. No terms and no conditions, no ending to the ache. Just a heavy-duty spirit that refuses now to break. It doesn't need a reason and it doesn't ask for why. It's the perfect quiet rhythm of a long and slow goodbye. Lost inside the frequency of nothing more or less than unconditional loneliness. I check the kitchen clock just to hear the gears go round, searching for a lifeline in a mechanical made sound. The coffee's getting bitter and the daylight's turning gray, trading in my future for another yesterday. I used to fear the darkness, used to keep the porch light lit, but now I'm in the center of the loneliness of it. There's no one left to lie to and no one left to blame. Just the reverb of the hallways that no longer sound your name. Yeah, it doesn't fade with sunset and it doesn't leave at dawn. It's the only constant energy now that everything is gone. It wraps around my spirit like a shroud of heavy gold, a treasure in the hollow that I'm finally get to hold. Yeah, it's an unconditional loneliness, steady and deep. A promise made of shadows that I'm forced to go and keep. No terms and no conditions, no ending to the ache. Just a heavy-duty spirit that refuses now to break. It doesn't need a reason and it doesn't ask for why. It's the perfect quiet rhythm of a long and slow goodbye. Lost inside the frequency of nothing more or less than unconditional loneliness. All mine, all the time. The quiet is a gift, the weight begins to shift. Unconditional. I'm standing in the hallway where the air is turned to stone, listening to the shiver of a house that's all alone. keys are on the counter, but the rhythm's out of place. I'm searching for the molecules of a faded out embrace. You didn't slam the door, no, you let it drifting close, like the heavy hollow petals of a window with a rose. Now the shadows are the only things that linger in the hall, bouncing off the wreckage on the parlor wall. And I'm drowning in the echo of your exit, tracing every promise in the way that you wrecked it. It's the sound of a heartbeat running out of time, a lonely jagged rhythm that I've claimed as mine. No footsteps in the kitchen, no whisper in the dark, just the phantom of a fire and a dying little spark. I'm living in the hollow where the silence is the best, caught inside the echo of your exit. I check the porch light twice, then I turn it to the black, knowing down to my marrow that you're never coming back. The closet is a cavern where your jackets used to hang now, with just the memory of the bitter words we sang. I'm scrubbing at the surface of the shattered up life, cutting through the tension with a broken-hearted knife. The clock is ticking louder than it ever did before, mocking every second that I'm staring at the door. They say that time will soften every jagged little sound, but the reverb keeps on spinning in this quiet holy ground. I'm waiting for the feedback to finally fade away, so I can find the courage just to face another day. And I'm drowning in the echo of your exit, tracing every promise in the way that you wrecked it. It's the sound of a heartbeat running out of time, a lonely jagged rhythm that I've claimed as mine. No footsteps in the kitchen, no whisper in the dark, just the phantom of a fire and a dying little spark. I'm living in the hollow where the silence is the best, caught inside the echo of your exit. The sound is getting thin, the silence is letting the light in. One last shiver, one last breath, the echo. Unpack the boxes, but the walls are still there, just the echo of a ghost in the hollowed out air. I gave you my 20s, I gave you my name. Now I'm standing in the ashes of a losing game. The bank account's empty and the bed is too wide. There's nowhere for a broken soul to finally go and hide. I'm checking the pockets of my old winter coat, searching for the scraps of the last thing you wrote. And I'm starting over at zero, right back at the start, with a shattered up life and a hollowed out heart. No history behind me, no safety in sight, just me and the silence in the middle of the night. The count has been clear. erased all the numbers and cleared out the cache, watching our kingdom collapse into ash. It's a cold kind of freedom, it's a naked kind of truth, trying to reclaim what is left of my youth. Zero's a circle, it's a hole in the ground, it's the weight of the vacuum when there's no one around. But maybe it's a seed or a brand new page, the key to the lock of this broken down cage. Yeah, I'm starting over at zero, right back at the start, with a shattered up life and a hollowed out heart. No history behind me, no safety in sight, just me and the silence in the middle of the night. The count has been cleared and the scoreboard is clean. I'm the loneliest person that I've ever been. It's a heavy kind of map that I'm forced to know, starting over at zero with nowhere to go. I just took a breath. Two. I'm still alive. The count begins, nothing to lose, starting at zero. Starting at zero. The wind is howling through the rigging of my chest, looking for a quiet place to lay this ache to rest. I used to steer by the flicker of the lamp inside your hall, but you blew the candle out and let the darkness fall. I'm taking on the water of 1,000 should-have-beens, watching how the safety of the shoreline slowly ends and thins. The compass is a liar and the stars are all a blur, stranded in the memory of the person that we were. And I'm just a heart without a harbor, drifting in the deep, holding on to secrets that I wasn't meant to keep. Every wave of loneliness is crashing on the deck, looking for a lighthouse in this broken, salty wreck. No solid ground to stand on, no dock to tie the line, just a heart without a harbor, trying to be mine. The salt is in my spirit and the rust is on my pride. There's nowhere left for a weary soul to finally go and hide. You were the harbor master, you controlled the gate and key, then you pushed my little vessel out to the wild and open sea. I'm patching up the puncture wounds with scraps that used to be, searching for the version of the world that doesn't include me. The horizon is a promise that keeps moving further back, as I'm navigating shadows on this black and liquid track. I'll be my own anchor, I'll be my own light. I'll learn to find the beauty in the middle of the night. I don't need a shelter built of brick or made of stone. I'm learning how to weather every tempest on my own. Yeah, I'm a heart without a harbor, drifting in the deep, holding on to strength that I finally get to keep. Every wave of loneliness is breaking on the deck. I'm reclaiming all the pieces of this broken, salty wreck. No again, truly alone. Oh, harbor, standing in the empty hallway where the silence is a heavy coat, swallowing the bitter words that stayed inside my throat. My father was a shadow and your love was just a ghost, leaving me to fend for what I needed the most. I learned to be a ghost before I learned to be a man, following a blueprint from a broken hollow plan. But I'm looking at the mirror and I'm drawing a new line, reclaiming every heartbeat that I used to think was mine. And I'm breaking the cycle of absence, shattering the glass, refusing to be haunted by the shadows of the past. No more disappearing acts, no more faded out goodbyes. I'm looking at the truth without the shame inside my eyes. It's a lonely kind of freedom, it's a heavy kind of grace, to be the one who stays inside this hollowed out space. One link at a time, I'm finally making sense, breaking the cycle of absence. To check the driveway till the streetlights turn to gold, buying into promises that always felt so cold. You left me at the table with an empty wooden chair and taught me how to breathe in the absence of the air. But I'm filling up the rooms with the version of myself. I'm taking down the trophies from that dusty, lonely shelf. I'm learning how to show up even when the fear is loud, standing in the sunshine of a different kind of cloud. The blood runs deep, but the will runs deeper still. I'm climbing up the summit of this ancient weary hill. I won't pass on the baton of the vanishing and void. I'm building something solid from the lives that were destroyed. Yeah, I'm breaking the cycle of absence, shattering the glass, refusing to be haunted by the shadows of the past. No more disappearing acts, no more faded out goodbyes. I'm looking at the truth without the shame inside my eyes. It's a lonely kind of freedom, it's a heavy kind of grace, to be the one who stays inside this hollowed out space. One link at a time, I'm finally making sense, breaking the cycle of absence. I'm still here, the doors are wide, the dark can't hide. Stayed for the coffee, stayed for the dawn. The absence is gone, breaking the cycle. I'm staring at the glossy black screen like a mirror to the soul, watching the digital ghost take absolute control. I've checked the signal and I've checked the tone, but it's just a piece of glass and a heavy heart alone. The charger's still plugged in by the side of the bed, feeding life to a memory that I should have left dead. I unlocked the gallery just to see you smile, then I lock it back up and I cry for a while. And it's the silence of the phone that's screaming in the room, a cold metallic echo of my impending doom. No vibration on the table, no blue light in the dark, just the absence of the flame and the absence of the spark. I'm waiting for pain that's never gonna come. My fingers are frozen and my spirit is numb, lost in the frequency of being all alone. By the silence of the phone, I type out a message, then I hit delete, trying to find the courage not to be so weak. I stare at the online till it fades to a gray, watching how easily you slipped away. I check the block list just to feel the sting of the unanswered calls and the unheard ring. It's a digital graveyard in the palm of my hand, a lonely transmission from a broken down land. Maybe the battery's dead or the towers fell down. Maybe there's a quiet storm all across the town, but I know the truth and it's harder to hold than the plastic and circuitry turning so cold. Yeah, it's the silence of the phone that's screaming in the room, a cold metallic echo of my impending doom. No vibration on the table, no blue light in the dark, just the absence of the flame and the absence of the spark. I'm waiting for a pain that's never gonna come. My fingers are frozen and my spirit is numb, lost in the frequency of being all alone. By the silence of the phone, turn it off, put it down. The quiet is the only sound. No bars, no calls, just shadows on the wall. Streetlights are shimmering in the oil and the gray, watching the color of us slowly wash away. I've got my collar turned up against the bitter sting, thinking of promises that don't mean a thing. The pavement is cold and the sidewalk is bare. I'm reaching for shadows that just aren't there. Every drop that falls is a silent goodbye, a heavy-hearted rhythm from a leaking sky. And I'm walking alone in the rain, trying to drown out the sound of the pain. No umbrella to shield what you broke, just a heavy-duty heart and a soaked-through cloak. The water is hiding the tears on my face. I'm stepping away from this hollowed-out place, just a drifting soul on a lonely lane, walking alone in the rain. I passed by the cafe where we used to sit, but the light in the window is no longer lit. The storm is singing a lonesome refrain about everything lost and everything vain. My shoes are all heavy and caked with the mud, while the heartache runs thick through the veins and the blood. I'm counting shivering and finally clear, finding my way through the mist and the mirror. Yeah, I'm walking alone in the rain, trying to drown out the sound of the pain. No umbrella to shield what you broke, just a heavy-duty heart and a soaked-through coat. The water is hiding the tears on my face as I'm stepping away from this hollowed-out place, just a drifting soul on a lonely lane, walking alone in the rain. Splash, step, the night is away, not home yet, but I'm breathing and the clouds are leaving, walking alone, walking alone. I'm sitting on the edge of a twin-size bed. The teething of the hash, well, is that whatever said? I see a Polaroid of a child with messy hair. Get the haunted look in a vacant stare. She was carried in the water for a house on fire, a designated adult on a barbed wire. I reached back through the years and I took her hand, trying to explain what she couldn't understand. And I'm healing a little me, one memory at a time. So given all the signs from the uphill climb, I'm buying her the toys and I'm letting her cry, telling her the truth about the long ago lie. I'm the mama she needed, I'm the friend she lost, mending her spirit no matter the cost. Finally setting the prisoner free. I'm healing a little me. I'm unpacking the boxes, every pressed desires, and putting out the embers of the old familiar fires. No more hypervigilance, walking on shadows. I'm breaking all the mirrors and I'm breaking all the spells. I told her she's safe and I told her she's good, exactly the way that a real parent should. You sit on the floor, we cuddle outside the lines. You're claiming the sunshine, I was trapped in the pines. It's the shaky kind of surgery, delicate, meant to be the beginning and to be the end. I'm holding the ground at the world forgot, giving all the love that she never got. Yeah, I'm healing a little me, one memory at a time, forgiving all the silence and the uphill climb. I'm buying her the toys and I'm letting her cry, telling her the truth about the long ago lie. I'm dressing to a rebels in the pale moonlight, a map of every battle that we lost inside the night. I used to wear your promises like a second skin, but now I'm just a wreckage where the hollow ache sets in. A mirror is a witness to the ghost of who I was before you broke a rhythm just because you said because. Now the silence is a razor and the memory is a blade, and I'm counting all the prices for the mistakes that we made. And I'm living with the stars you left behind, etched into my spirit and tattooed on my mind. They're the jagged little edges of a love that went unkind. That history of us that I cannot unbind. It'll bleed like I used to. We get burned in the cold. A broken heart has told me it's already been told. Yeah, I'm learning how to bleed with the scars you left behind. Yeah, I try to scrub the shadows off the surface of my chest, cause some things won't stay buried even when you try your best. Every word you never whispered is a mark upon the bone, becoming never mind loud. I'm standing here alone. I wear them like a medal, I wear them like a shame. A white razor ledger of the man you became. Bag in the winter, it may stiffen in the way. Your life's long souvenir of the center of the pain. They say the time's a healer, but it just leaves a seam. I jagged little things in the middle of a dream. I'm not as pretty as the girl I used to be, but these scars are the only things keeping track of me. Scars you left behind, you left behind, etched into my spirit and tattooed on my mind. Never taking little inches of a love that went unkind. The history of us that I cannot unbind. They don't bleed like it used to, but they burn in the cold. A broken hearted story that's already been told. Yeah, I'm learning how to be with the scars you left behind. They say it's slowly, but they're never going away. They remind me that I survived yesterday. Just us, I'm standing in the foyer with a wallpaper is thin, tracing every crack where the cold keeps getting in. I used to think that four walls and a ceiling made a place, but I was just identifying safety with the lines upon your face. Now the keys are on the counter and the closet's mostly bare. I'm breathing in the molecules of the empty hollow air. I map my whole existence to the rhythm of your stride. Now I got nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. constellation in a vast and starry dome. I'm checking all the dead worlds, but spirits on the roam, caught inside the shiver of a heart that's all alone. Every street lamp is a stranger, every doorway is a lie. When you know one's to call home beneath a lonely open sky. I unpacked all the boxes, but I can't unpack the ache. The foundation of my sanity began to bend and break down under be sinning in a love that wasn't mine, paying for the privilege of broken-hearted time. You were the anchor in a lighthouse in the dark. Now I'm just a faded memory taking on the cry. I look into the mirror, but I don't see a roof, just a floor that's searching for a shelter and some proof. They say that home is where the heart is, but my heart is on the run, hiding from the shadows and the setting on the sun. I'm trying to lose a sanctuary out of wood and bone, but it's hard to find my blueprint when you're standing on your own. And it's a heavy kind of quiet when there's no one to call home, just a drifting constellation in a blasting starry dome. I'm checking all the demos for spirits on the roam, caught inside the shiver of a heart that's all alone. Every street lamp is a stranger, every doorway is a lie. When you're nowhere to call home beneath the lonely open sky. I'm knocking the door, walking across the floor. The echoes loud, the loneliest crowd. I'll be my own house, I'll be my own room. Instead of fade away to gloom, no one to I tried to build a garden where the ground was never still, fighting against the gravity and the fickle changing will. You were the shoreline that kept moving in the night, leaving me to anchor in the absence of the light. I poured all my water on a dry and thirsty stone, planting seeds of us, but harvesting alone. I thought if I held tighter, the earth would finally stay, but the tide just carried every piece of me away. It's hard to keep your balance with the roots and shifting sand, reaching for a safety that you never got to plan. One wave of silence, one storm of sudden doubt, and the foundation crumbles from the inside out. I'm trying to stand steady on a beach wasting all my life with roots and shifting sand. Every time I think I'm firm, the dunes begin to slide. There's nowhere left for a broken heart to finally go and hide. You promised me a mountain, you promised me the ridge, but built our whole connection on a shattered wooden bridge. My fingers are all bloody from digging in the grit, trying to find the meaning in the middle of it. But sand don't have a memory, and sand don't have a heart. It just lets the wind tear the family all apart. I'm pulling up my spirits, I'm shaking off the soil, learning that the erosion wasn't never my own fault. I'm moving to the canyon, I'm walking to the storm, where roots can finally find a way to grow on their own. Yeah, yeah, I'm leaving behind the roots and shifting sand, taking back the future that you never got to plan. No more waves of silence, no more storms of sudden doubt. I built a different life from the inside out. I'm standing steady on a solid patch of land. No more wasting forever on roots and shifting sand. Wash it away, I'm not gonna stay. The shore is gone, but I'm moving on. Solid ground finally found. No more paying the bills and I'm locking the door, but I'm still the scared little kid on the nursery floor. I learned how to nurture before I could dream, stitching the fabric of a broken down scheme. I've got the briefcase and the tired out eyes, a master of logic and clever disguise. But inside the armor of sensible shoes is a heart that is waiting for the rest of the news. I'm just the adult child walking the line, pretending that everything's perfectly fine. I can handle the crisis, I can carry the weight, but I'm starving for someone to fix what's on my plate. So old and so young, all at the same time, living a life that feels like a crime. You gave me a calendar instead of a toy, and smothered the light of a hopeful young boy. I learned to be steady when the house was on fire, the designated hero, the ultimate hire. Now I'm dating a ghost who reminds me of you, trying to solve what I couldn't get through. I'm competent, capable, hollow and cold, doing the things that I always was told I wanna so young, all at the same time, living a life that feels like us.